Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've recorded on here. I've just been off doing other things, but now I just want to find time to commit to post to this because, I have people who subscribe to this channel, and I was recording before and I meant to pause the video and I stopped it, which sucks. So we are going to start over and I'm going to do something different. I wanted to do all 12 zodiac sign reading, but not individually. I'm just going to categorize them by air, water, fire, and earth. So we're going to start with water. My sun sign is Scorpio. So water signs, this is going to be your Saturday reading. Nothing will come out of this situation. That came up for air signs too, but my last video. And you have surrender to the divine. So whatever the situation that you feel stuck in, you may know that nothing's happening. You can feel intuitively, because water signs are very intuitive, that whatever situation you're in, nothing is happening, right? So we do have the full moon in Cancer coming up, and this is full moon energy. So during this time of the full moon, you need to surrender. I have the Queen of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Now, this Queen of Wands, she's a very confident, powerful, divine feminine. That is the Queen of Wands. And you can see that she has healing powers, right? You may do Reiki. You may be into Reiki. And this tells me that this feminine is in her healing era, okay? Because 2025 is a year, represents the number 9, right? And the number 9 is things coming to an end of a cycle, while the number 10 is a number of completion, right? So with the Five of Pentacles, you've had to lock the door from your past, right? Anything that was making you feel left out, anything that left you drained and tired and just messed with your peace, you left it behind. You closed the door. Now there may have been this period of mourning, right? Mourning the loss, right? Closing the door and just accepting that those things and those relationships needed to end, right? And doing this raised your vibration and put you into this Queen of Wands energy, which is very confident, very sexy. She loves herself. This could be you just focusing on yourself, doing what makes you happy, spoiling yourself, practicing your gifts more, right? And I relate to this as a Scorpio, I've had to close the door and leave things behind. I've decided, I set that boundary, if someone is going to be inconsistent, right? And this is for whoever's watching this. If someone is going to come into your life and they're going to give you breadcrumbs, right? This is either romantic or friendship, family, whatever. If someone's going to come into your life and not reciprocate that same energy and just walk in whenever they want to, say all these things that they're gonna do, but then don't take action on it, it's okay, you showed me who you were, and now I need to let you go, because I'm not going to let someone come into my life and disturb my peace. And that is this Queen of Wands energy, putting up that boundary of if you're going to disturb my peace, if you think you could just walk in and out of my life whenever it's convenient for you, I have to say goodbye. I'm not going to tolerate that in this new year, in this new version of myself. And it's not really a new version of yourself, it's just you becoming the person that you were meant to become. And you have the Five of Wands. Now the Five of Wands could be competition, but this is also battle of the ego, right? What is this Five of Wands? Seven of Swords, deception. There's a full moon. So this full moon could be highlighting something very important. This could be highlighting, people who have wronged you, right? People who sneak away. This could be someone who ghosted you. This, Seven of Swords is like that deception, right? That sneaking away, like leaving without saying anything, because it just got very dark in my room. I'm trying to sneaking away, ghosting. And this could be someone who they were trying to fight for a place in your life with the Five of Wands. It's like, you see how he's reaching for the light. And this could have been, and then there's sorry, I got distracted. There's a light on that card too. So what this tells me is someone here was trying to dim your light. And I don't think they were doing it intentionally. I think just like energetically, they were trying to come in and dim your light and take that away. And not intentionally. Like, I feel like you will let this person do this. Like, you let this person walk over it because you thought that it would change. Maybe they weren't doing it intentionally. And maybe that wasn't their intentions. And you just let them. And now it's like setting this boundary of like, that can't happen anymore. The High Priestess. Now this is you, could be receiving downloads, right? Could be receiving downloads. This is upside down. Sorry, it's bothering me. Receiving downloads. Because you can see that her eyes are closed. But the High Priestess, she's very intuitive. And you can feel that energy, right? You can feel when someone is deceiving you energetically. And it's like, I need to let them go because this is not for my higher good, right? This is distracting me from my path, from my higher purpose. This is distracting me from becoming a better version of myself. And so this could be downloaded to you intuitively of like what steps you need to take and allowing those messages to come through. That's annoying. That's a garage. Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, someone's coming in, but it's almost like they can't come in with all this other bullshit, right? All this extra baggage, all of this distractions, all of this trauma and just negative energy. Like, in order to come into your life, if you have that boundary up, is like, you need to come in correct. You need to come in and show me why you deserve to be in my life. That is what I get from this card. Seven of Pentacles. That's a card of waiting. That's a card of being patient. I feel like there's this masculine energy that has been healing themselves. You see how these two people, they have healing energy coming out of their hands. This person has healing energy coming out of his hands, and so does the feminine, right? So this could be that there's a masculine here that needed to do some work. He needed to plant the seeds of healing and wait for them to blossom, waiting for, the perfect moment to come in and have something to offer. Because if you don't have anything to offer, if you don't have anything to add value to my life or just add to my peace, then what are you doing? So I feel like this masculine needed a time to work on himself and heal and, reflect on what this masculine has to offer. Ace of Wands. See, there's that insight again. You see how her third eye chakra is just like lit up. Lit up. The Ace of Wands is new insight, right? It's also a card of new beginnings. Aces represents new beginnings. And it's almost like there's this insight coming in. There's a new download that Spirit is trying to get you to be open to. And before I shuffled, the Four of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck. Sorry, it's like hella bright. And that's being closed off. And if you're closed off, if someone hurt you and they made you close off energetically, you won't be open to this insight, right? You won't be open to gaining the clarity that you need surrounding this situation, whatever this situation is, whoever this person is. And this could be someone that may have, come and go, and you may have just like given them those chances, right? And it's all about just like putting your foot down, putting that energetic block up to that person until they are ready to come in correct and come in and not just offer crumbs, right? The Magician. This is a card of alchemy. Someone here is an alchemist. They create magic with the universe. You are the universe. You can manifest whatever it is that you desire. And I feel like this masculine energy that's coming through has learned that they are creators in the physical world, while the feminines are the creator in the spiritual world. And you have counterparts. The Magician is a counterpart to the High Priestess. Now these are two witchy people. And so it seems like here the feminine is doing work in the spiritual world, okay? It's time to step out of your masculine energy and take action on putting effort into relationships. Like if someone is interested in you romantically, you need to step out of that masculine energy and allow them to step in that masculine energy while you step in your feminine energy and be open to receiving when they take action. It's up to the masculines to take that action and, ask you out or, communicate with you. That is not our job as feminines. We are here to do work into the spiritual world and bring that down into the physical world. So, shoot. We're gonna ignore that. The World. See, this is almost like a completion. Look at this feminine. She did it. The World is a new cycle, right? But it's almost like, traditional tarot in the World card, she's half naked, right? She's vulnerable. She's just showing herself off. And it's like almost this sense of like being reborn again is what I get from that card. It's like shedding the old parts of you and stepping into your power and setting boundaries and not taking any more bullshit anymore from anyone, no more crumbs, and just being in your self-love era, right? And I can't find it. But in the traditional Rider-Waite, like, she is just fully vulnerable. She doesn't care what people think about her. I was literally driving in my car today, and I was listening to one of my favorite EDM artists, and I was just jamming out, dancing in my car, but I was being careful, I wasn't going like crazy, and everyone was driving by. I was like, I don't care what people think. My dad growing up always told us, like, it doesn't matter what people think of you when you go out in public, because you're never going to see those people again, right? So this is you completing a cycle, being reborn again. And the Six of Cups. See, I told you this, there's some sort of masculine energy coming through that had to go through this period of healing. But the Six of Cups is also a card of past lives. So this could be someone, from your past coming back into your life again. But yeah. Two of Swords. Someone here is going to have to make a decision. It looks like the feminine is going to have to make a decision. But you see how her eyes are closed in this card. She has a blindfold. And in the High Priestess, her eyes are closed too. So nothing will come out of this situation unless you surrender to the divine and you let the divine work. You say, okay, universe, if this is meant for me, if this inspires me to heal and to grow and to just embrace my full authentic self, and if it's for me, then I'm open to it. If it is not for me and it doesn't encourage me to grow and it doesn't allow me to step into my full authenticity, then I don't want it. And it's like Spirit is trying to tell you this with the crows. The crows are messengers, right? So it's like Spirit is trying to tell you, like, listen to your heart. What does your heart tell you? Is this something that is meant for you, that adds to your life, or does it take away from your life? All right, water signs. We are going to move on to air signs. I'm trying to move out of the sun. You have a time to give rather than take, and believe in the impossible. Oh, one more card came out. A time for healing, of course. A time for healing. So maybe, give back to the universe, offer something. If you have an altar, offer something to your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, your goddesses, your whoever is on your spirit team. And, give back to Mother Earth, or even just someone in your life that has helped you out so much. Like, just be able to give back to them. Believe in the impossible, right? Anything is possible if you put your mind to it and you put in the work that you can, and whatever you can't control, you let the universe take over. Oh, you have the Knight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups is secret admirer energy. But the Four of Cups is someone being restricted and blocked off. So it tells me that there is someone here who admires you from afar. And you may know who this person is intuitively. And this person may have not been open emotionally. This person kind of blocks themselves off from showing love or receiving love. And this is your time to just send love energetically to people who have hurt you or didn't show you love, right? Because that tells the universe that you've accepted that pain and that you have let them go. And, because you let people go with love and compassion, right? And you say, I hope you heal. And it seems like this person needs to heal and needs to be open before they can come in and confess whatever it is that's on their chest. The Knight of Pentacles. See, this offer can't come in until this goes away. Maybe that's what they wanted to do. There's a divine masculine energy coming through, or they need to rise up in vibration to become a divine masculine. Not every masculine that we encounter as divine feminines are divine masculines. They may seem like on the surface level, like, yeah, I'm awakened, but deep down, like it's not quite there. There's things that they need to work on, that they need to heal. And someone who's closed off energetically, especially to emotions or expressing their emotions and being vulnerable, like, they need to work on that. And this offer is like pending. You see how he's not taking action? He's still sitting there. He's not reaching out quite yet. Because this horse too in the Knight of Cups, it's at a standstill, and this person is surrounded by water. So there's some sort of feelings that this person needs to figure out what they want to say. And it doesn't seem like this person knows what they want to say or what they want to offer yet, because they're closed off energetically to this. Ten of Pentacles. Oh, this turned off. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry, the Ten of Swords. I got distracted. Sorry about that. It's lagging. I don't know why. Look, it's almost like... Hold on. It's almost like this masculine had to go through like a literal, not like a literal death, but like just an energetic death. Literal energetic death is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know if it's just me and my hot flashes I get from my birth control, sorry TMI, but or someone here just feels like hot. I don't know if that's like the masculine energy that's coming through, but something needed to end in this masculine's life. This could be like death of the ego, because the pride gets in the way where they're like, I don't need to express my emotions, you know? It makes me weak if I show my emotions, if I express what I really feel. And I don't want to be weak, but it doesn't make them weak. That's your ego telling you that you're weak for expressing your emotions. I think it's very courageous for a man, a divine masculine, to really say how they feel and, you know, tell you how you feel. What do you feel? Tell me right now. And I will think that you are super attractive and super sexy, instead of just closing yourself off, making it seem like you're not interested in me, whatever. But there's something ending in this masculine's life. The Sun, see, enlightenment. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. And you see how there's red in this card and there's red in this card? There's some sort of like stability and like grounding that's taking place in this masculine's life. But it's like after the ending, after all the darkness, there's the light again. And it's like this masculine energy that's coming through hits this period of like true enlightenment. They're awakened. This masculine awakens. Queen of Wands. This feminine is staying in her lane. She's staying in her power. She doesn't chase, she attracts. And being in this energy, being in your feminine energy, is attractive to a divine masculine. A divine masculine will not be attracted to a divine feminine that's always constantly chasing after him. It's like I said in the water signs, right? Water's reading. It allows the masculine to stay in their masculine energy. If a feminine steps out of her feminine energy and steps into her masculine energy, trying to chase a man, it's going to take him out of his masculine energy, and you're not allowing him to be in his divine masculine energy. So if you stay in this Queen of Wands, you are going to be a light for this person. I see that your energy is very bright. It's warming. It represents the sun because she has sunflowers. She's dressed in yellow, which is solar plexus energy. So she is very self-confident. She knows her worth. She knows what she deserves. And she knows that if she stays in her power, stays in her lane, things that are meant for her will come to her when it's ready. She doesn't chase, she attracts. That is the motto for 2025. Look, the Two of Cups came out. That's the overall energy of your reading. You two are going to meet. There's going to be this divine union. And both of you guys can come in. You're cheersing. You're like, hey, we did it. Congratulations. We finally did our work on our own. We finally healed enough to be on an energetic match for each other. And this is a very deep soul connection between the two of you guys. Union is on the horizon. Your counterpart is coming in. You just had to step in your energy And during the time of separation or during the time of being single and being alone, that's your time for healing. Maybe this connection, whatever this is, there needed to be separation because that was divine intervention. Both of you guys needed to work on your own. If you didn't, it would have been chaotic, it would have been toxic, and it wouldn't last, right? We're used to things not lasting because we're not healed enough for those things to last. Whew, all right, air signs. Okay, now we're moving on to fire signs. All right, fire signs. You have hold your vision. And you have adjustments are required. That just flew all the way over here. Adjustments are required. So whatever these adjustments are, someone here needs to hold their vision and make the necessary adjustments to whatever your vision is. It's almost like a pause in your energy for fire signs because nothing is coming out. I don't know if it's this deck. Oh yeah, the Queen of Wands. There you are. There you are, fire signs. Queen of Wands. And you have the Sun on the bottom of the deck. That came out in last reading too. This feminine, you could be very grounded because you're wearing red. But this feminine is in her healing era. She's in her self-love era is what I'm getting. Red represents love, right? Romantic. You are becoming your own light, which is going to attract suitors and people into your life. And during that time, you need to use discernment. If this person adds value to your life. That just seems to be the theme in all these readings that I'm doing. We want people who add value, not take away. We don't want people who dim our lights. We've worked so hard to step into our Queen of Wands energy, being confident, feeling sexy. I feel like this feminine here, just is starting to feel sexy in her own body, in her own energy. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Someone's overthinking something. They're in their head. It's you need to free yourself from the thoughts that run through your mind. And instead of being distracted by all of these thoughts, the Sun is enlightenment. It's truth. So it's search for the truth. Whatever that thought that you're thinking, is this a true thought or is this just something that's created by my ego? Is it an illusion? It's freeing yourself from that mental entrapment with the Eight of Swords. Because that's holding you back from stepping into your Queen of Wands energy. The High Priestess. See, this is the energy that you need to be in. You need to listen to your intuition. Trust what your intuition's telling you. If it's not coming from a place of your soul, your heart, that's not your intuition. If you can feel something intuitively in your gut, that gut feeling I need to walk away from this situation, or this person is stressing me out, they're taking away my energy, I need to let this go. I need to just, whatever doesn't serve me anymore, I need to let go. And you need to sink into your divine feminine energy. The High Priestess, she's very intuitive. She's very witchy. You have the answers that you seek within yourself. You don't have to rely on anyone else for those answers. Yes, you surrender to the divine and you allow the divine to move through you, to give you those downloads, to give you those messages, right? That's the energy that you need to step in. the Ten of Wands. Something is weighing on you. The Ten of Wands is all these, it's extra baggage, it's heavy weight, it's carrying too much weight. And with the Eight of Swords, there's too much on your mind. It's weighing you down. It's blocking your intuition. It's blocking you from seeing your true power. There could be a situation that's doing this to you, that is keeping you from reaching this true enlightenment, from reaching your high potential, your true potential. And it's like, you know what it is, so you should walk away and let it go. Especially with this full moon that's coming up in Cancer. The moon. There's something below the surface. Now we have counterparts. We have the sun and the moon. The sun represents truth. The moon represents secret, what's hidden below the surface, right? So something is being kept a secret from you. There's something that's below the surface. There's a secret. You know, that High Priestess is also the keeper of secrets. So there's some sort of secret that's being hidden from you. And it will be revealed to you when you're in a space to receive this. And once you let go of all this extra weight, all this heavy baggage, and clear your mind, I'm seeing the Four of Swords in my head, so take the time to clear your mind, meditate, reflect on this. And once you are able to make space for this, this will be revealed. Justice. With the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, there's like a connection that is being rebirthed. Now, Justice, Judgment, sorry. That's Judgment. Judgment is like being reborn again, basically. And I was talking about that, I think, in either the water or the air sign. So if you resonate with one of those, there's something that ended, but it hasn't quite ended yet. It ended for a reason, but it's like being reborn again. You're rising up from the ashes. This connection went away, burned down. I know that's a horrible thing, but like you see the flames in this card, right? And you know when like Harry Potter, when the Phoenix, I believe it was, like when it was time to be reborn again, when it was time to shed its old self, it caught on fire, right? And it burned and it turned it into ashes, right? But then out of the ashes, it was like reborn again. That's what I'm seeing in my head. So it's almost like something had to die, something had to end, like this connection or these two people with the Two of Cups. And it's like you're being crowned. You see, this is the High Priestess and the Magician, though they're counterparts. And that's what I'm seeing because she's wearing the same crown that the High Priestess wears. And it's like both of these two people had to be reborn again, right? Because you can see this feminine is coming out of the ashes, right? She doesn't burn in the fire anymore. She's just being reborn. She's stronger than ever. She's more confident than ever. And when this happens, because it's been under wraps, so maybe whoever this person is like being kept a secret from you, because if you knew who it was, you'd be like, oh, fuck them, I don't want nothing to do with them, they hurt me, right? And that's that Queen of Swords energy, and that's not, if you're in a Queen of Swords energy, that's not being open and receptive to whatever the universe has in store for you. So when the time is right, this will be revealed to you. And maybe you can intuitively feel this on a surface level. But you're still not quite sure, but the truth will be revealed to you when it's time, because you have the sun, right? All right, that was for fire. Now we have earth signs. And I forgot to mention, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, okay? You have conclusions are within reach. That ties into the fire's reading. And you have nothing will come out of this situation. If you continue searching for answers for whatever this is, like, you're just going to close yourself and block yourself off from the answers, because Spirit is trying to tell you that that conclusions are here. You're going to get the answers you need, but they will be revealed to you when it's time. And if you're constantly searching for it and trying to get the answer, you're like blocking it off, right? You're like nagging the universe, and the universe doesn't look for nagging. It doesn't look for desperation, right? And I'm trying to fix the cards that are, I don't like my cards upside down unless they come in reverse. You have death. Death is the first card. That's Scorpio energy. Someone's going through a rebirth right now. They're going through a transformation, and I felt that energetically. I felt like I was going through another dark night of the soul. And then you have the moon. And we have the full moon coming up in Cancer. And you see how she's just like drowning? That could have what you felt like. You felt like you were just drowning. You were in this period of being in the dark. But you see like how bright the moon is and how it's shining even under the water. Even when you feel like you're in the darkness and you're just, everything is ending in your life, and you feel like everything is just ending, right? But even in the darkness, there's still light that comes through. There's still light at the end of the tunnel. And the light is there to remind you that the darkness is only temporary. And maybe this feminine energy coming through with this moon card had to experience the darkness, right? You had to feel like you're drowning in your emotions, drowning in all that pain and that sorrow that comes with the death of the ego, right? And on our path of healing and growing, we're constantly going to go through many deaths of the ego, many dark nights of the soul, but not as extreme as our very first dark night of the soul, right? And this is a time of healing. This is a theme. That seems like what January is, because we're still in the winter, winter, things are dying, things are not growing, right? So you plant the seeds during winter time, and as soon as it turns to springtime, that's when things start to blossom and start to grow. So during this period of darkness, you are healing and you're working through whatever you need to work through, your shadows, right? And you will find your light. The situation's only temporary. You have the Emperor. It's fire energy, but the Emperor is a divine masculine. Someone here waiting to make their move. It almost seems like during this period of healing, there's a divine masculine waiting for you to be healed enough to be at the same vibration and energy level that he's at. Because I feel like this masculine had to go through that same period of darkness too. And he's waiting for this feminine to find her light, her confidence, her self-worth, her self-love. And he's waiting. He's waiting to make his move. He's playing chess, waiting to make the right move. Page of Swords. You see, I feel like this feminine is in her period of healing. She's learning, she's reading. You could be reading books, learning new things. Reading self-help books, spiritual books. That's what I'm doing right now. The only way that you heal is if you actually do the work, and do your shadow work. I have this book. I forgot. It's right there, but I can't see it. It says, "Embrace your shadow to find your light." That seems like the theme. I got it at Barnes & Noble if that seems something interesting to you. And you see the light bulbs, being more enlightened, gaining knowledge. Empress, birth of a new cycle, and Page of Wands. You're freeing yourself from anything that's holding you back. See how she's free? She feels liberated. She's not letting that darkness take her light away anymore. She's not going to let herself stay in the darkness for so long. We have the opportunity to get ourselves out of that darkness. But during the time of darkness, that's the time to face your shadows. And especially Scorpio energy coming through. I'm a Scorpio. We live in the darkness. We live in the shadows. We are constantly faced with our shadows because we're the sign of transformation. But it's forced transformation. We don't always like it. We don't like change because it's uncomfortable. But the universe puts us in uncomfortable situations so that we can become comfortable in those situations. Right? And then you have the Empress, which it has the full moon on there too. The Empress is a birth of a new cycle. Birth of a new cycle. This feminine, it's like you're being reborn again. And I would go watch Fire's reading too, because this ties in with Fire's reading. I would watch this whole reading because all of these readings, they just kind of resonate with each other. It's the same theme that's coming up. But this full moon is a time for letting go, but it's also a time for celebration. Like, I feel like this is going to be a time for you to celebrate just how far you've come and, everything that you've learned, because this year it's going to be different from last year. This year is just going to be the dream life that you've been praying for so long. And it's going to be the life of peace, the life where you step into your full authenticity and you don't give a fuck what other people think about you, because that's the divine feminine. We don't give a fuck what people think of us. If you think one thing, maybe go look at yourself, check out yourself in the mirror and see why you don't like that part of me. Maybe it's something that has to do with you. Maybe you're jealous because you don't want to work on yourself. You just want to stay in that same energy that you've been in forever, and you're jealous because I've worked through that. I've been working through that. This is you loving yourself. The Empress is Venus energy, right? She's Aphrodite energy, the goddess of love. That's you, embracing your self-love, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, spoiling yourself. All I've been doing is just practicing self-care and spoiling myself, because how do you expect someone to come in and spoil you and take care of you if you can't do those things for yourself? I'm not saying go blow all of your money, but do things that make you happy. That's all I have to say. The overall energy is the Hermit. And look on the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Pentacles. Healing, working on yourself. You see the Eight of Pentacles with all cycles of the moon phases, working with the moon. Some of you guys could be getting back into your rituals, your routines, finding your routines. I've been trying to work out, and it's really cool because like the significance of working out. So I watch, it's called Naughty Girl Fitness, and I love it because it's a woman-run business, and she created this, and she empowers other women to just be confident in themselves and love themselves. And today when I was working out, she was like, instead of focusing on the pain of breaking down, right? Focus on the strength through the pain, because you're working on rebuilding yourself. And that's the whole thing of like working out, is like you're breaking your old self down and you're rebuilding that new version of yourself, right? And the Hermit is a time to go within and reflect, right? It is an earth sign. It's a Virgo energy, but it's just for any sign. But the Hermit, it's like you're becoming that light. Instead of depending on other people to be that light for you, you have to be your light. And, I was talking with a friend, and they were like, you can't rely on other people to save you. You have to save yourself. And I was like, fuck, you're right. Like, we had to save ourselves during our whole journey, during the times that people broke us down, people who hurt us, people who did us wrong. And, like, you're becoming that light, and you're becoming a light for other feminines, too. You're becoming an inspiration for other feminines. Working on yourself, being the love that you wish to receive from other people. That's the only way this is going to happen. Whew, what a beautiful reading. So if you are interested in doing a personal reading, I need to be emailed, and I will list that email below in the description. And I don't have an official website yet, so everything would either probably most likely be through Venmo. And I hope these readings resonated with you and they helped you, a little bit. Just take what resonates, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.